Looking for an answer. Looking for an answer to my soul, baby. Take me away. Looking for an answer. Looking for an answer to my soul, baby. Take me away.
Welcome everybody back to Stranger Damies. This is episode 19. We are just a bunch of friends playing some D&D, and we're about almost 20 episodes through our second campaign here. So to recap, our fearless adventurers are in the town of Hawkins, and they have met just about everyone in the syndicate, the Assassin's Guild, in the town, and have also sort of figured out the Star Court, which is where all the shops are located, and where their horses are currently pent up. In the meantime, you guys went to the Chevy Theater after hearing a low woo coming from inside, and you found Mick Blair. It's going to be in the recap for a while. So you find Mick Blair inside a cage. They're once releasing him from Rex's lockpick with his hands. You are attacked by a ghast and a couple ghast and a poltergeist. After destroying them, Surreal passes out and goes and meets her goddess in some kind of ethereal plane sort of situation, where she is told that the crystal that houses her body or whatever is split up into multiple pieces throughout the continent, and the one that she found when she first discovered the goddess is just one of many there. So once coming back, you guys are sort of Zelina and Edwin and Meyer come rushing in to see what everything's going on. Zelina sees that Surreal is passed out, thinks she's dead, goes in, yells at the crooning phantasm that sort of runs the theater, thinking that he has killed her. And but once she wakes up and you guys get everything together, Surreal figures out that she has a power to sort of locate the crystals. And then you guys see the procession of the Twilight Seeker dynasty in there, to which Barris notices Patrice Delacroix is there, and Surreal notices someone very familiar that has a black crystal in his chest. They go inside the Pangea. You guys meet with Zelina, and she gives you the location of two of the other crystals. One is in Valhalla, the town, not the Viking heaven, and Klonovo, which is a town where the cloud giants are. And as she's walking out the door, she introduces you to Arlen, who is basically second in command, her most trusted associate. She's known for a couple decades. And they head out of the room, and at which point Chunk informs Surreal that was the mystery voice in the room when they were spying on the plans to do something under Zelina's nose. So we're leaving there as the door shuts, and they exit out. You get a little spider whisper in your ear, Surreal, and that is where we start.
One thing really quick. When we were between the episodes, Dan asked me about the thing about the gods of the Church and rock and roll, and I realized the answer is extremely obvious. The Church of Rock and Roll believes no gods, no masters.
I love it.
So,
settled.
Yeah. We write that down and remember that as we go through the other churches. There.
It should be tattooed on Rex, right?
That's badass, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the word tattoo, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Engraved.
It's permanent.
So he's half elven, Arlen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she is human. Just if I didn't mention that the first time you met her.
And I had shared everything up to everyone at this point of what Chunk had told me previously.
What Chunk had told you, yes.
Yeah. Can I just lean into the door and make sure I don't hear that they're still outside before I share?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I just want to make sure no funny business around here, around these parts.
Around here.
21.
No, you don't notice anything in the room or outside. You don't hear anything. You know, they're gone. As far as with that roll, I can't cheese you anything.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So there's a lot to talk about. First things first, that guy Arlen, I can't say it in this accent, that we just saw. Thank you. He is that mystery voice that Chunk had heard, and I couldn't see anybody when I was, communicating with him last time. He's planning on backstabbing Zelina, it sounds like, and she just went and told us that he's like her right-hand man. There's nobody more that I trust than him. So there's some shady shit happening. Like, we knew that, but I mean, for it to be the second in command of the Pangea, that could potentially put us in more danger too.
Assassins backstabbing? No
Right?
way.
Who would have thought?
Who could have imagined?
This is the perfect place for
I'm
it.
so surprised by that.
Right.
And she is like our safety net.
Right. I didn't want to say too much in front of her because I wasn't sure how much we could trust her. But it seems like we're gonna have to trust her now.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's like your best friend now.
Apparently,
You see gods, so
I saw one goddess.
maybe you can relay to her like your goddess is. God, watch out for Arlen. Fucking kill you.
It doesn't really work like that, but thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta let her know, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we?
It's a little more complicated than that, but
I will. Again, she has our back. In a
Arlen?
sense. Not Arlen.
I mean, Zelina.
Yes.
I
cannot remember the name
don't.
of
So
the
you know
scene
how
of
like
life.
when you go to somebody and they really trust someone and you're like, hey, that person's a piece of shit. It doesn't really go over well usually.
Generally not.
So we would have to plan that out a little bit better. You know?
has to have some evidence to back it
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
So,
Yeah. And then I can't exactly say we've been spying on everyone with Chunk. As of right now, I think that would come across poorly too. Plus, I don't want anybody to know we're doing that.
They'd probably also get rid of the listening devices in their room.
if Arlen is in cahoots with them, then probably
Right.
I'll
Yes.
make sure that there wasn't anything in there.
If we can get a listening device in there somehow and have Zelina in here with us, that way she can hear from his own mouth.
Right. I mean, remembering back from Chunk, ignore the notebook paper. Osmond did say stuff that made it sound like he was going to betray Zelina, and he's the one with the listening devices, right? Yeah. So we can't trust anybody, even more than we thought. Like, it's confirmed we can't trust anyone. Maybe Zelina, hopefully, because, like, as Iggy said, she's our safety net right now.
And so the other person in the room was Marcakis.
Yes.
Well, Mark Hake is the doctors, and then another mystery voice.
Which was Arlen. So what if
It was Edwin, Keith, and David,
I assume it was the doctors.
and then Arlen was the person I couldn't see, but we heard, and Osmond, or they were talking about Osmond. I forget, but they're all connected. They're all involved somehow.
what
So,
if someone pretended to be Marcakis?
do we have the ability to be that believable? That's a big risk.
I have
I
certainly do not.
myself.
Nope.
I'm
little
a master
too
of
large
disguise.
for that.
Yeah, you guys are bigger.
All of a sudden, he's 7.5 feet tall.
Something's different about you. I have disguise self.
Does that make it so that nobody can see who you are? Or
Was
You
it
do-
you change your
Before we
appearance.
go too far,
right?
where are we getting a listening device?
Well, what
We destroyed all the ones that were in
They
here.
keep putting it in the room.
They're not going to do it anymore.
Well, I mean, this guy right here, he should be able to tinker and find a way to
Can you make one?
unbreak it. And what we steal from Beth Jesus'
The,
dormitory?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we steal some
We
We
have the
projector.
Hologram
Yeah.
thing.
projector? So it
Yeah.
wasn't exactly a listening device.
But the projector could come in handy trying to lure someone in here.
Could we potentially, in all your tinkering abilities, can you
Yeah, you look talking about.
capture?
You're talking about building
So-
a scale.
Could you capture like an image of someone talking about something, like confessing, and then have it play? Like, is that technologically possible?
I think that would be possible if Beth Jesus can
Right.
do something like that.
He
I'm
was
sure we
projecting
can
himself through it.
reverse engineer.
We could also like maybe knock on next door. It'll be like maintenance. We're here to check the smoke detectors, and then you wind up just taking one of their listening devices or something like that.
That's
Right.
true too.
Yeah.
This is a great idea. This is a great
Right.
I mean,
So-
you can try and
Yeah.
fix the ones that I've broken. I'm sure I haven't broken them that much.
How broken are they?
So I was going to say, for those of you in the plan, which I think is just the four of you, Rex is sitting silently.
He's taking a nap.
taking a nap.
He's
Yeah.
recharging.
Roll intelligence checks for me for memory.
Me?
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody, all four of you.
12.
Ooh, another 19.
11.
Is it intelligence?
Yeah.
21.
21.
16.
Okay. So everyone over 15. You remember that those listening devices that you had were connected to Osman.
Okay.
Like, meaning...
Now they're broken, so they aren't connected to him no more.
I was
be
more
able
saying
to-
that for your thing of sneaking into another room and taking another listening device, is that they're connected to it. So that's, you guys remember that.
The ones that are broken, would I know if they still have a connection to him even if they're broken?
With that roll, you think you would have to tinker with it to fix it. But I was just kind of trying to see if you guys rolled high enough to realize that you shouldn't steal another listening device because he's connected to all of
We
them.
just feel so bad that we want to put them back in order.
So what did he? I know you broke them, but where would they be?
He has them, I think.
Yeah, they're probably scattered on the floor.
In the trash can.
You gave them to him.
Kicked under the bed.
Oh yeah, I did. When you said you were going to make a scale, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"We'll
yeah.
try with
Alright.
these."
So I'll try to put it back together, and I guess I'll just try to fix it.
Can you connect it to our robot friend here?
I don't have USB cord.
What is
I think-
USB?
I don't know. I don't know if.
Universal sorcery bus.
Oh,
I mean, like, I meant like I don't know if.
you've got that right.
No, I was actually trying to ask if I could use.
USB
His
mini,
help.
maybe.
Is there
Sure.
a case to be made that you could?
I am trained in Arcana. I can cast magic, and this
Yeah.
is doing magic stuff.
Cool.
So
There we
we'll
go.
assist. Yeah.
I love
So-
the universal sorcery bus. So good.
No
So
hesitation.
yeah, we'll do that. However long we have, right? We don't have anything
What is
pressing
that? Got
until
to play.
the
Yeah,
play.
you have roughly like 5 to 6 hours before the play.
Okay, so I'll spend the whole time.
There's not a bar in this hotel.
Yeah. yeah.
No, is there a bar out there?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go try to find a gym because I got a match coming up.
get that swell on.
So before we go, I owe you guys some answers as to what's going on.
Yeah, it'd be
Oh
good.
yeah, sure.
Wait a minute. I thought you explained. Oh no. Go ahead.
Never. Don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
if you don't want to know, then
Sure.
No, yes. Tell me.
so the other person you heard Zelina and I talking about this person with the crystal in his armor.
Yeah.
He was with the Delacroix that you were yelling at. He is the one who stole my ship.
Oh.
He stole the crystal from the goddess, my goddess, as well. And that crystal, as you heard, is in a million pieces, apparently. And he has immense power. He is very dangerous. I don't know what he's capable of at this point. But that has been what I've been searching for, is this piece of shit. So I can kill him and take back the crystal. I was hoping it was going to be in one piece, because it was when he stole it. But clearly it's not now. And,
Just let you know it's 7.
oh,
Zelina does not know
I
that
did
because
not
the
know
goddess
there
told
were
you that.
seven, me, Jenny. Okay, so there are 7 pieces. Like I said before, I don't know how much we can trust Zelina, so I didn't want to give her his real name and how many pieces there are, just in case she might be trying to find them too. Like, I don't know.
What is his
What
real name?
intentions are. His name is Callum Brass.
Brass. Well, I mean, 7 pieces is a lot easier to find than a million.
This is true. I was being
So
dramatic.
that's good.
Well, I will also tell you. Do not go to Clonovo.
I'm going to have to, unfortunately. But why?
The man who runs it is ruthless. He's the worst man I've ever met. Do not go there.
We'll blow him up too.
This guy, he's got all the answers. Blow everybody up. It hasn't failed us yet.
That's true.
You keep saying, "Oh no, there's this super evil person who's doing all these terrible things."
I feel like this is the
Like,
first time he's brought
okay,
up
we'll
some
blow
person.
them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
In general.
not this person in particular, but like, there are many times that there have been a lot of evil people
That's true.
Yeah,
that
that is.
we collectively want to stop. So
Yeah.
we will do that.
Yeah. They might be evil, but they never met us before.
Yeah, that is true. We haven't blown up too many people.
We
Just
blew
one
up that
house.
tree.
And we
I
blew
mean-
up a house.
I'm hoping to blow up more.
Yeah. This guy's got an itchy blow up finger.
He does, yes. I'm just...
You can blow up the hotel if you want.
No, that wouldn't be useful.
Set charges. All I will tell you is he will make your life hell.
Well, if he has a piece of the crystal, it's probably worse than whatever you know.
Does it? Do you know what? If do like all pieces of the crystal, they do something different.
Yes, I suppose so, yeah.
More
It's all
magic.
magic related. It's all the goddess's magic, my goddess. Her name is Kalyan Durga. Hopefully you guys can meet her
What was that
someday.
again?
Kalyan Durga.
Jugga.
Durga.
Now say that without an accent.
Kalyan Durga.
Okay. There we go.
Kalyan Durga.
Got it.
Those two
Calamari.
Calamari.
No!
Is that two words? Kalyan Durga.
One word.
Two words. One word.
One word.
Kalyan
Sounds like
Hamburger.
3 words.
Kalyan
Right. Well, hopefully this guy's got a invite to the ball too. We can kill him while we'll kill him.
I would love nothing more than to slit his throat slowly and watch him.
Did he
bleed
change
out.
the name of y'all ship?
I don't
There
know.
we go.
That's a good question. But I know why I haven't been able to find him now, because he's been under this other name, and who knows what else he's doing.
Tomlinson, right?
Tomlinson, right?
Yeah.
So, I feel like... I know it's a lot of information all at once, but...
Well, hopefully we can kill him too. I mean, sounds like our dance card's pretty full.
We have a lot
Out of
of...
the ball.
And they're all here.
It seems like this guy's probably gonna get his wish.
Yeah, it sounds like there's going to be multiple people that we want to attack in a close proximity.
Yeah.
So you know what we can do.
I just
So
asked
we can blow them
that
up.
you can damage him, you can hurt him, but I want to actually kill him. That's all I ask.
Okay.
No
So-
promises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't really have a decision of whether or not the thing kills him or not. It's either gonna kill him
Can
or...
you, like, aim it to the left a little
No.
bit more than usual?
No, I'm going to blow them up.
Yeah.
And
Maybe like he'll
but I have a
die.
feeling he's not going to die just from the explosion.
Probably not.
Yeah.
He
It would
was
have
pretty
to be
powerful.
It never works out
It
that
would
way.
have to be like a direct hit.
Yeah.
So you're gonna crit so hard on
Well, I mean, Zelina also did say that we should go for that crystal last because of how
That is up
powerful
to
he
you.
is, but I don't know if I could control myself anyway.
when are the next
We'll
time
see.
we're gonna find this guy like on
Chances are it's going to
you know,
be really hard to find him
10
again.
floors above us?
Yeah.
You know.
Although now we have his name,
Mhm.
at least his fake name.
And he's with Dora.
He's
No,
on the 12th
the
floor
other
right
dude.
now.
Delacroix.
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 They're on 12th
Right, and
floor right
we
now.
know there's only 2 rooms up there, so we could send Chunk up.
We could.
But
Like,
we'd
we
have to
should
be
do
close, no?
Well, no, he could get information.
And bring
he
it
would just
back.
have to bring it back.
Okay.
Should we do that before we go to the party?
Chunk's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna work with Rex.
We're working on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do, and Iggy is going to do a Rocky montage. Which song do you want playing?
Hearts on Fire.
I go
good
on
choice.
I have an iPad.
It's just a
Did
flat
it,
rock.
did you just did it just like out of
Is
thin
this-
air?
Yeah, I have it
He
in
artificed it.
my gauntlet.
Is the background going to be the berries from the future?
Yes. Yes. Do not see Rocky 5. That is all I will tell you.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, So if I got this correctly, Barry and Rex are working on the listening device. Barris wants to go to a bar.
Mask on.
Mask on. Iggy is going to go work out, and you're going to try and get Chunk into the room.
Yeah, I could figure out how to do that though by myself.
All right, so so we can start with either Barris or Iggy first.
You can do it.
Okay. Yep. So you go down to the bar. It's pretty much bare bones. There's only a few people in there. It's not much. This is usually where the assassins go to just, take a drink or two and then head either out on a job or back to their room. So it's not anything fancy. You do see a elven bartender at the end of the room sitting there cleaning some mugs.
Okay.
Back there.
And I just go up and let me give me a glass of wine.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Red or white?
Ooh. I'll give me some red.
Coming right up, and he turns around
You sound like a red guy.
and grabs a.
I'm red. I'm watching him the whole time, by the way.
Yep. So he just casually goes over
No sleight of
and he
hand.
just pours. If you want to give me a perception check.
That's a 10, so that's a 14.
Yep. So nothing out of the ordinary. You just a man who has poured a lot of wine for himself. You kind of criticize in your head his pouring technique, but that is about it. And he hands you the glass and he goes, "All right. Are you new to the Pangea?"
Yeah, we're here for the ball.
Oh, awesome.
We were here for a couple days.
Yeah, it's the ball was my first job when it happened 10 years ago. So I'm excited to see a second time around. It's kind of crazy in here.
So the ball happens once every 10 years?
Every 10 years to celebrate the truce between the Dominion and the Dynasty.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And
Yes.
how's that truce going right now? It's like,
It's-
clear or?
Yeah, as far as we know over here in the the independent states, not much. They haven't tried to invade us in 20 years, so that's a good thing. The Pangea is still standing, despite being full of assassins. So that's good. The other thing I did want to mention while I was asking you a first timer was that all drinks are on the house.
Oh, that's
As long as you as long as you stay in the hotel.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll definitely partake in some libations.
Yeah, he says, feel free to sit at the bar here. You can pick one of the tables. Just chill out. Most people come get a drink or two and then sort of just go about their business. Because as you know, the one rule, no business to be done in the Pangea.
Excellent. I'm well aware of that rule, so I'll make sure I do. I'm going to take my glass of wine. I'm going to find a seat with my back towards the wall.
Okay.
Corner.
Yep.
And I'm just going to make sure that I see every comings and goings in this.
Okay.
I was going to work on like my forging or something.
Yeah. So just give me 2 perception rolls, just for we'll say one for each hour and a half or so that you're there.
That's an 18. And that's a 13.
Okay. So it's actually pretty good. The first roll's better than the second as you're sitting there drinking wine. So the first roll you see, you're looking around, you see a couple dwarves come in. They're a little rowdy, celebrating a contract closed. They drink a couple ales real fast and head on out. Near the end of that first hour and a half, you do see one of the soldiers come in that you saw walking down the street, one of the dozen soldiers. And he just takes his helmet off, puts it on the table, and just starts slow drinking, some kind of a liqueur or something. Not sure if anything like whiskey or anything would have been back in these times, but some kind of liqueur thing, not an ale or wine. Slow drinking it.
Whiskey.
Yeah, yeah. So kind of drinking that. So you see him come in, and then you see. Give me an investigation check.
That's a 16.
Okay, so you see a warforged person come walking in. Basically, looks almost like Rex and same build and all, but slightly different in terms of the mechanics and things. It looks like it's a little more for work than Rex is a little more, without, like, let's say personification. Like this looks like business. Like he's coming in just to get a drink. He grabs the drink, and the investigation roll is you see a symbol on his back, but it's just too quick whipping around. You sort of recognize the symbol, but not enough high enough, even with that roll investigation, to kind of pinpoint it from your distance there. Okay. So those two things happen to be at the in the second hour. Yeah, same thing. A couple people come in and out. You see a soldier come down and grab a tray full of bottles of wine and take it up the elevator. Same type of soldier you saw before. And that's about it. It's just comings and goings. You've seen, that there's the soldiers for the Twilight Seeker. There's this group that you don't know about, and then just random assassins that you've seen in the halls before.
Quick question. So was the Warforged there at the same time as that first soldier?
No. Okay. No, they came at different times.
Okay, never mind. Alright. I don't really have any plans for being down.
No. So, I was only hoping that you might get a high enough roll to reveal something a little bit earlier than it would be coming, but you didn't, unfortunately. As you're drinking at the bar, Iggy, you find the gym. There's only like 2 machines and a couple of like dumbbells. That's about it in there.
It's a Planet Fitness, yeah.
Hey, don't bust that. Don't make it on Planet Fitness.
Yeah, and
like no grunting on this.
yeah, and basically the treadmill-like machine just has 2 goblins going like this to get a tread going, so you can run on it. Give me a strength check.
Natural 18.
18. All right, so you do the weights. No issues with it. You go to use the machine for endurance. So give me a Constitution check.
Hang on 1 second.
Endurance has always been your thing. Yeah. It's tough.
Let's see. Constitution.
Cyril rolled a 7.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
10. So you get a little bit worn out doing the treadmill, but didn't roll bad enough that it'll affect you going forward for the day. Didn't get an exhaustion point, which is what I was making you roll for. So you finish up your workout. Anything you want to do in there in particular? Anything?
Yeah, I want to do squats with and then do a dumbbell press at the same time.
Okay, so give me a perception and then strength and we'll deal with it from there.
Perception is 21. Mm-hmm. What was the second one?
Strength for the squats.
That is a 21.
Okay, so we'll deal with those 2 things first. The perception roll, you notice going through the room, you see coming in and doing a little bit of, doing the dumbbells, is a soldier that you saw from the Twilight Seeker Dynasty in there, just doing, some curls and stuff like that, just kind of wasting time, essentially, is what you can perceive that as. You see one of the Warforges come in the room. He just looks around and then sort of seems disappointed and turns around and walks out. So that's what you get with the perception. The strength check, again, you're able to get through the squats pretty easily. And then what was the third thing you wanted to do?
I was doing it at the same time, so the squats and the demo presence at the same time.
Okay. So just give me now that you're at the end of the workout, give me that con roll. And this will be a save because I'm assuming this is the end of your workout.
It's a natural 12, but
yeah, save, not check. So I think that adds a different number.
I need some faster things here. It's at least a 12. So if that beats it, let me know. If not, then I...
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're, like I said, weak, but not, you didn't get any exhaustion points. And again, just as Barris learned, you do know that the actual soldiers that followed the Vice Count they are all in the building as well.
How sweaty are you now? Like, you're like,
I mean,
you got a good sweat going.
Yeah. I got
okay.
it.
Yeah.
It's a good sweat from
You want
getting the pump on.
Yeah.
you want to give me a sweat roll?
You are now. Anyway, it was a 13 with the, with the plus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. That's high enough to do it. So, is there anything else?
I guess maybe just do a little shadow boxing.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
Dex check. That is an 11.
Okay. So you do good, but you don't really gain anything from it. Just sort of going through the motions. And is that the final thing you want to do? Okay.
Yeah,
so
good.
con save again to see.
Shit. 9.
9. So unfortunately for this evening, you get 1 point of exhaustion from that, which means I believe it's.
Disadvantage on skill
Yeah,
checks.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And attack rolls, I think, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I thought it was
No, it's just skill
attack.
checks.
It's just skill checks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think second point is more
okay.
severe. Yeah. So any skill checks or anything that occur or in saving throws too, right? I think.
That I'm not sure.
And I'll check.
Yeah, but yeah. So just have that marked down. So we'll go to Surreal. Just because essentially you guys are just going to be rolling. There's not
That's fine.
much unless we want to talk to each other.
Well, we're going to talk about if you've seen the latest episode. Or, whatever.
So let's start your trial to get the.
My trial.
It's just skill checks.
It's just skill checks. Okay.
So my idea is, should I just do it?
Oh, yeah, just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how
So
to.
I want to get as close to the room as I can without being spotted, and then I want to send Unseen Servant to bring Chunk the rest of the way. 'Cause
Okay.
he's
So what you notice as you go up the elevator in quotes, you get up to the top floor and you exit out, and then there is a solid door right in front of you that has a little rune to the right.
Okay. Can I just check first to make sure there's no recording devices like bugs or
Yeah,
whatever?
do an
just
investigation
down
check.
there? Okay. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. God
Almost.
damn it. 6.
You don't see anything in this room. It's just a solid door in front of you. Literally, it's 5 feet off the elevator. It's this door with the rune to the
There's no
right.
way to go. Okay. I'm going to step back into the elevator, try to go behind part of the door, and I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Chunk as the spider, and I'm going to have the Unseen Servant. I'm going to tell him to bring him into, I don't know which room. I mean, I can't tell anyway, right? So I'm going to have him go, I guess, through the door in front of me and put Chunk down, and then I guess I could have Chunk go under the door and see who's in which room.
All right. Just to set it up, it's a solid door with a rune to the right. There's nothing.
There's no.
you
There's
can't.
no sign in the door.
He can't, the Unseen Servant can't go through it if he's
No.
invisible.
I think he's just invisible.
Okay, hold on.
I don't think he's
It's not a
into your.
specter.
Yeah.
Well, Chunk wouldn't be able to go through the door though.
No.
Could he go under it?
Right. Is it
There has to be a
There's no-
unless it's
Yeah.
airtight.
spell?
Yeah. Do an investigation check to see if you can find something.
I'm assuming that rune is making magic impossible.
Ooh, there's a natural 20.
Yeah.
He said investigation?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. So there's a. Can you see through Chunk's eyes?
I should be able to. Let me just double check.
Because once he goes through here, like, there's no window or anything. You basically...
I can see and hear through. his
Up to how many
eyes.
feet?
100 feet.
Okay. So, there is a small hole, that natural 20. It was a lower DC than that anyway, but you do find a little crack that he can go in through. So, I guess you stand up against the thing so you don't fall over since you're blind.
Yes.
And you go through and you get inside, and then you see on the inside, it's a stone hallway.
Okay.
Again, no windows, no glass. There's like little tiny torches there so that humans can go through. It's not like pitch black. And at the other end, there's another solid door with 2 runes.
Okay.
On the right end. It's about 50 feet between the doors.
I guess I'll have Chunk go up to the next door and see if he can get through another hole.
Yeah, so investigation check to see if you can...
Am I rolling as me still or Chunk?
Just give me the roll. Let me see what you get.
9.
It's fine. Yeah, it's going to take him a little bit, so we'll say you've been up there for close to 30 minutes as he's trying to find...
the elevator?
as he's finally... I'm going to assume at this point you stepped out of the elevator just in case because you're blind.
Yeah.
And sort of in a corner.
Oh, wait, so when you're looking through his eyes, you can't see anything?
No.
I'm
or
so
hear.
vulnerable right now. This is such
Yeah,
a
she
bad idea.
can't hear either.
I really
So-
thought the unseen servant was like the best idea ever. He's just standing there with me like,
I mean, with backup, it's fine.
right,
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah, so he finds it. Takes, like I said, it's about 30 minutes in there. He goes through, so give me an investigation check. So, perception, actually.
Ooh, that was better.
Through your eyes.
15.
15.
Wait, investigation or perception?
Perception.
13.
Okay, didn't matter anyway. DC was 10. So you look in through the room, and again, same thing as the other hallway. But this one, you can see through the door, and it's got 2 doors on the other side of it. But again, it's another solid door with 2 runes on each side. Just to remember.
Yeah.
He did say there's one of the members of the Pangea has to walk you through to get to these. You do see that there are 2 doors on the other side, but you can't see any labeling. And when Chunk gets to the door, your vision starts to get fuzzy and stuff because it's about 100 feet, or it's the limit of you being able to see through his eyes.
Alright, so I guess I'll just direct him in the direction of one of the 2 doors that I'm assuming that they're staying in, someone's staying in.
Yeah.
And I'll let him know that I'll try to be in touch with him and just to, hide and see what you can see.
Yeah, so 2 rolls here. Give me an intelligence roll.
You gotta throw that dice away, man.
Great.
Yeah.
Actually, lucky. I forgot I could do that.
Dice.
Yeah.
You want me to?
Yes.
Ready for the big boy?
God.
That was
even
worse.
Natural one.
Why did you use the one that doesn't bounce?
It bounced.
No, it didn't. It hit the...
So 10 was the better roll.
Okay, we'll get to 10. So, you're pretty sure, but not 100% sure that you had told him the communication had come through which door you wanted him to go to, but you don't know when you hear back from him which one he went in.
Okay.
Yeah, with a 10, I'll only give you that if you guys do eventually go up there, you're not going to know which room he went into. And give me just a straight luck roll. Just roll a 20 and let me know what you get.
13.
13? All right. So he heads on in. You lose communication to him. Your sight and hearing comes back. And you turn around and you see that the elevator is no longer there. You have to push the button. So maybe it was a good thing you stepped off the elevator.
Yeah. I'm just like blind in the elevator with random people.
Yeah, so the elevator comes back and you go away, and it's probably took you close to somewhere between 40 minutes to an hour up there. All right. And so you come back down to the room. I'm assuming that's it for your thing. Okay. So you guys. If I remember correctly, what was the Tinkerer stuff I had you roll before? Right, that was intelligence. Yeah. So each roll intelligence.
Well, am I just giving him advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
That That is 18.
Okay. Yep. So you when you're looking over the device, you do figure out where and how it's broken. Give me another intelligence check to see if you know how to fix it.
Regular or
Advantage. He's helping you the whole time.
19 plus 3.
Yeah. So over a 20, you know the exact pieces you have, and you happen to have them inside, and you can use sort of the other ones aren't broken in the same way, so you can sort of use pieces from those to fix it.
Okay.
And give me one more intelligence check to see if you get it working.
16.
16. All right. Yeah. You solved my raising it 5 every time by just barely beating a 15. So you got it fixed. It is back working. Give me an Arcana check.
Just straight up.
Just
right?
straight for you.
That's 6, right? So that's 11.
11? All right, so it's over 10. Good. So you know it's going to take you doing all this fixing and tinkering and all that. Took, about 2-3 hours. You take the rest of the time there learning how to make it so the thing is connected to you.
Okay.
How it's connected to Osmond. So that you would only be able to hear it.
Yeah. I have magical tinkering.
Yeah.
And I can imbue something with a
Well, I
it's a
think
recording.
this is going to be separate from that.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Because you don't want it to count to that limit.
Yeah, it's only 6 seconds, so that's not great.
Yeah, so-
that's fine.
Yep. So basically, you can plant this anywhere and hear it, but then you would use that to technically record.
Right.
We'll use that. So you only get 6 seconds of something. So you got to make sure you tell me exactly what you want to record and all that stuff when it gets to that point. So that is done. You guys, it's Barris comes back up from the room. You two are in there first. And as you guys are working, and then Iggy comes back up and he's just heavy breathing into the room. Just
Should I roll a constitution to see how drunk I am?
yeah, go ahead.
That's a natural 18.
Okay, so you're good.
It's a 19, so.
Yeah,
Holding your liquor.
I was using the same DC 10 for you. Yep. So you come back in and you look. Iggy looks much tired than you usually see him.
Oh boy, tough workout.
Yeah, it was a hard one today.
Yeah. What are you putting up?
Whatever they had.
Everything.
Sounds like not enough.
All of it.
I need to get in better shape. Maybe one day I'll go with you and I hit my stomach and just shed a few pounds.
Sure.
You know,
We can do that sometime.
being this weight is hard on my knees. It's tough,
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Oh yeah. That'll be a lot of fun.
Sure.
I give him a little buddy.
And it's all sweaty.
I want to do a con save to see if it hurt his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. What, a con save or
Whatever it is.
What would it be? Would it be strength?
Yeah, just roll a
Okay.
con save. Just fail.
Well, it's
Yeah, it's
15 plus
Yeah.
whatever we want.
So it didn't.
Either 6 or 1. So
If-
I just wanted to see if you rolled like a 4 if it
Yeah.
hurt your hand when you did that.
I'll pretend it hurt.
Yeah.
So that way it's just like, oh wow, yeah.
Make him feel better about
Yeah,
it.
oh my goodness. It's like hitting like a rock.
Iron.
Yeah, like he's not man.
So, question: who is going to accompany you to the play tonight?
Whoever wants to.
I'll go.
That would be hilarious.
I am a
The two big boys.
I'm
Yeah.
Are you going to wear a gorilla mask or?
I'm a fan of the art, so I would love to go.
That makes sense.
No, I'm not going to wear a gorilla mask. Why would I do that?
Well, there will be
You've
plenty
been
of
wearing
music.
it.
So.
As far as I know, you've been wearing it.
No, I haven't been wearing it the whole time. Just once or twice.
It just seemed like you were very fond of the gorilla mask, so
I am, but I'm not wearing it around town.
Yeah. So you hear 3 knocks on the door.
Is that like our secret message? Like our secret?
It's our secret knock.
We never
We haven't
discussed it with
established.
anybody.
No, I meant 3 distinct
Oh, okay.
knocks
Like if one's
at the door.
lighter, then one's heavier.
Like, can we
then-
tell it's a person of authority the way cops would knock on
No.
the door? Okay.
No. So is anybody?
Cops don't knock.
So they just kick the door in.
And then again,
Who is it?
you don't hear anything from the door.
Opening that door unless they say
Maybe it was a mistake. We're not gonna open the door then.
Still there.
We'll just hang out.
Yeah. So whoever wants to get near the door, give me a perception check.
I guess so.
Natural
20.
Yeah.
roll that dice.
You hear as you're listening out the door. You hear 3 different voices chattering, going, "Only knock once. Why are you knocking 3 times? You gotta knock once."
Those weirdos.
Oh, what with those? Oh, the doctors.
The 3 little.
Oh, it's the,
Oh,
the 3 men and
gremlins
the
or
3
whatever.
goblins.
Oh,
and the
adult
trenches.
men.
Yeah.
I'll open the door.
You open the door, and as you have concluded, it is Timothy Humanman standing out there, and sort of gets into place to look humanoid, and looks over at you and goes, "The lady of the syndicate wanted me to hand this to you." Hands it over.
Thank you.
Yeah, she says to give it to the pirate.
Okay. You
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. and then you see the legs turn before the rest of the body as they go away.
Still looking at you as it's walking by.
I'll say bye, guys.
Bye, bye, bye. And then you shut the door.
This is for you, Captain.
Oh, thanks.
Yoink.
Take it.
Yeah. So as you open it, you hear inside your head the voice of Selena going, I noticed that I never asked if you guys had tickets. Here is tickets to the VIP booth where the syndicate sits.
Oh, sweet. Wait, I heard that in my head?
Yeah, I think I was under 25 words. Or close enough.
Sure.
It's yeah.
Okay.
And it's enough tickets for all of you for the VIP.
How convenient.
Wow. We have VIP tickets to sit in the booth. All of us can actually go to the show tonight.
Well, that makes our lives easier.
Great.
Gee, how convenient.
Looks like you didn't have to win that after all.
I guess not.
Sorry.
Is there?
He is the VVIP. Very,
Right.
very
Right.
important person.
I feel like
Exactly.
I feel like we're all standing on the same ground, though. To be honest with you.
You are always important, Pattis.
Question.
Yeah.
I get the best seat. That's all.
Is there
First.
any sample of her writing within any of this envelope?
No, you notice immediately that it's it looks like give me an intelligence check to see. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
It's a Word document.
Intelligence check.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
11. You've seen the writing before, but you don't know where.
Okay.
Like recently while you've been in town.
Okay. I'm gonna just take some time and try and copy it as
Okay.
best I can. I had a book in my inventory and it was used
Yeah,
that
yeah,
book
you guys-
as
Yeah, and you have enough time with the skill you have to do it that you don't need to roll for it. It's not a very complex
Yeah.
thing
I
you're
was
learning.
making note that I don't necessarily know
Know
whose
who it is. Yeah.
handwriting this is, but
Yeah,
I've
but-
seen it before.
Also, Rex and I were able to fix the recording device.
Oh, great.
It won't record very long, though. So we need to be sure of what we're going to get before one of us hits the record.
Do you know how long it's going to last for?
What did we say it was?
6 seconds.
6 seconds? Not a whole lot of time, but
So we'd really
Essentially
have to be
one
like,
move, and
Yeah.
that's
We'd really have to be like,
did you do it?
yeah, admit that you're going to betray person, and they'll be like, yes, I planned to betray her.
Or we do have a pirate with us. Pirates are known to be a little less than trustworthy. No offense.
I can't say that I didn't take offense to that, but continue.
How can you not take? How can you take offense to that? It's very true.
It's like your whole MO, you know. From the stories I've heard.
I have no judgment here.
Thank you, Varys.
Well, that's good. But what I'm getting at is, if we can convince Arlen that maybe you know something, and maybe not like outright no, but you also want to make a play against Zelina, maybe he'll feel a little bit more comfortable telling you.
I mean, maybe, but he doesn't know me. You know what I mean?
Well, if you could strike up a conversation at the ball or something,
I can
because
try.
people will just randomly be talking to each other, I'd assume.
Right.
So if don't come right out and say, "Hey, I'm going to kill Zelina. What do you think?" But just try to work you out of your magic.
Okay. I can see where that goes.
So I'll give her the recording. So what you have to do is this button right here. You push the button. That's it.
I'm glad you explained that to me. I
We
never would
could
have
put it like a wire.
Are you
thing.
imitating a woman's boobs when you say
Well,
that?
we would strap it on your chest, but it might stick out. But you could put it somewhere,
Don't you have a big hoop skirt to wear later?
Oh God, no.
Now you do.
What about a nice hat?
Yes. And for
From retirement.
for game purposes, you take the ritual 10-minute thing to transfer the thing so that she can use it as.
Now, if I say I hit the button too early and I don't get a confession, is there a way to reset it or anything, or is it just one and done until you get your hands on it again?
Just for good storytelling, we'll say you have once per day, once per long
shot.
rest.
Once and that's
one
it,
shot.
ever.
For the
No, per long rest.
Oh, okay. All right.
So this will have to be perfect. All right.
Great.
No room for fucking up, which we never do.
Awesome.
We never fuck up. So
I hope he's not very verbose.
Mm.
Or else our plan could be very foolproof.
yeah.
It works, and then he just never gets to the point until after it records.
Right.
Right.
I'm really gonna have to.
Well, he could be monologuing, well, let me tell you all about my
Everything.
plans.
Maybe
It's going to start off with a very nice breakfast, and then boom, that's it.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
then
and
I
then he
catch the
tells
breakfast,
you.
and I'm like, damn it, I missed it.
Right. And then he tells you all, and it's just like, well, fuck.
All right, I'll try my best.
Why can't we just have this longer? Make this so much
minute?
easier. Like a
Persuasion
minute.
check.
Get a persuasion check on the DM.
Well,
Alright.
what
Come
can
on,
you
Mark.
can you?
All right,
continue?
I'll be nice and say, but I'll keep it. You only get one shot, and you have to tell me exactly when you
Okay.
do it.
Perfect. So
30 seconds.
Everything I said about that,
Yes.
forget it. It is
Right.
30 seconds now.
But only one shot.
That's still very short.
Yes.
And again,
Yes.
we hope that he's not too verbose.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And you can
Still
tell me
has
to
be-
start recording at any time. You don't have to start
Okay.
at the
Just
question.
butt in.
You know.
I'll record now.
Well, now that we're live in
Yeah.
person at the table, she can just make a symbol to me.
Wink.
You know
Yeah.
Yeah.
that she's recording at that point.
That doesn't do anything.
No.
Like something wrong with your eye?
You just do like Craig Bot.
Yeah.
Now record.
I'll make sure it doesn't do that. What was that? Nothing?
Wait, does it make a noise when it starts recording?
It shouldn't.
Do we know? Is there
Oh,
a light on it?
No, because it's supposed to be in the room, and you're not
Yeah.
supposed to know it's
All right,
there.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be inconspicuous, so
Yeah.
it's probably small enough to
Yeah.
hide somewhere.
Low battery.
Aren't we getting levels on this thing?
That would
You have to put little batteries in it.
that would be a slapstick way for it to happen. Is you get the confession, but it says low battery after it's done.
Are you on mute?
Well, that'd be great. Well, I got it. And we play back. It's just silent and static.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot to take the cap off of it.
Right, so so you guys have done all this. Formulate your plan. It's getting dusk out. You know the play is about to start. You're hearing the people in the town start filing in towards the Chevy Theater. I'm assuming you guys head on out of your room in town.
Probably do something to change our appearances.
Well, we all bought
assuming-
different clothes, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
yeah.
mean faces, because I'm sure our two people are going to be there. Right.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have an ability to change this beautiful face of mine?
I have disguise self, but only one spell slot available.
What is a spell slot?
This is Dan talking.
Oh.
I can change one person right now. Only one.
I'm wearing a hood, so it's fine.
So you should be fine. Rex has the gorilla suit.
I'm not wearing the gorilla suit.
Damn it.
I will. Just kidding.
Perfect.
I
Drags behind me.
yeah. I'm not sure why I would need to be in disguise
No,
for
he
this.
Why would you not need to be? It's perfect.
No one knows who he is.
That's true. So
Well,
it's either between
And no one's looking for him either.
Yeah,
Barris.
I think people know who I am, but just like
Right.
none of these people have a connection to me.
I think
So.
it's more important that Barris takes it,
Okay,
and I'll just hide behind these big guys.
this is fine. So I'll change Barris, like whatever you
Yeah.
want to look like.
Okay.
I
Maybe
got
like
you.
what Barris looks like, but like a human version of him.
Okay. So I'll just snap my fingers, and it's human Barris.
Yep, so that lasts, what, an hour?
It lasts.
Just for my purposes.
I think this.
For the duration, right? Disguise self. 1 hour, yep.
1 hour. Okay.
How
So-
long does it play?
So theoretically, what I was going to say,
3 hours.
it gets you in the
That's
door
true.
and into the booth without being known. But by the end of the play, it'll be worn off. So
Well, I'll just I'll try and sit low in my seat and after intermission.
yeah, we'll say that. You know,
I am tapped out of spells.
yeah. So, all right. So you guys head on downstairs. You get to the edge of the hallway by the door, and you see Zelina standing there, looking over at you. She kind of has a curious look over at Barris, and is kind of like, does that Alonzo Mourning thing going?
For those who don't know what that is, shrugs
And nods.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she is wearing her formal gear, which I am showing the mini that I'm reusing here. She has like a black long cape sort of thing there with like a red dress underneath. Very top of the line fabric, very fancy dress. So her formal wear essentially.
Barris approves.
And she has her staff, which is a little more what's the word, ornamental than the one you saw earlier in the theater with her. And she goes and she does a little twirl and goes, "You guys ready for the play?"
Yeah.
We're very
right.
much looking forward to it.
yes, been looking forward to it all day.
You guys head on outside, and as you head on outside, you see a similar scene to the last time. You whole bunch of people gathered around a procession that's walking in towards the theater. Give me perception checks, all of you.
Perception checks all around.
18.
17.
Natural one.
21.
12.
Let me see if that is better than a 1. I'm sure it's not.
Okay, you got above a 15, right?
I rolled a
Barris,
17.
yeah.
It was a 3.
Barris.
Nice.
Okay. The fun part is I only really need them two to succeed. So you walk out and you see the procession coming in there. But it's not the Twilight Seeker one that you have seen before. You guys are a little more familiar, or probably more Barry than Barris. With this one, it's a contingent that's led by about a dozen warforges that sort of look like in Rex and shape and all that.
Would I recognize
Yeah,
this?
that's why I said you recognize it from the bar, and they're surrounding what is a giant, large red dragonborn in like this formal, like sort of like a military garb that you see sort of walking in, very striking, like hulking figure there, probably about the size of Iggy in terms of muscle and height. And he's walking in with the warforges, and with your 21 over, you got the thing you missed earlier. The symbol on the back of the capes that all the warforges are wearing is an unmistakable red and yellow hammer and scythe with 5 stars and a semicircle under it, and that is the flag crest of the Xordan Dominion. So, well, a mixture of 2 countries. As they go in, and Barry, you would know this more than Barris. which is why I'm glad you got over 15, because you're the only one in this group that would know this. The big red dragonborn man is essentially the president, lead general of the Dominion. And from what you guys remember before, because I don't know if I said this here or you took it down in the notes or whatever, it wasn't supposed to be a top figure from the Dominion, so you're surprised to see the leader of the country coming into town here. So they head on into the theater, and you guys follow him behind. You follow him with the crowd. Zelina sort of tells you guys to follow her, not to stand in the line, and you sort of skirt the line, go up the stairs. You remember the two big stairways from when you were in it last time. You go up the one, you go to the left. There were two like sort of entrances on the side. You go to the left, you get into your box, and you see inside the box is, you know, a couple of guild members you haven't seen before. And then you do see Osmond and Edwin and Meyer in the balcony thing with you. And then give me perception checks.
All of us?
Yep.
Natural 20.
Nice.
23.
Natural 20.
I rolled a 10.
10.
Perception.
Yep.
15.
24.
Yeah. So all of you that are over 15, and I don't think there's much more in a natural 20s would get you than a little more detail, but you notice that your thing is on the opposite side, and across the way is the setups for the Dominion is on top and the Dynasty is on the bottom boxes. Anybody that got like the natural, I heard somebody might have got a natural 20. You can pick out each person that's in there. You see the two vice counts. You see Patrice. You see Callum. You see up top. You don't know who these people are, but you see the Red Dragonborn, and you see the Warforges up there. Okay. So you kind of skulk and can see who is over there. And as you guys sit down, the lights come, the candles come down. Yeah.
Is Patrice Delacroix here?
Yes. Yeah, she's the only one that sees that
I want
he's
to lean
there.
over to Surreal.
Okay.
Said. I'm going to ask you about Chunk. Has Chunk gotten any information?
I haven't checked with him yet, but he did make it to one of their rooms.
Do you know which one?
I don't know. He was too far and it started getting blurry, so I don't know which one he made it to.
What's the kind of magic? If you recalled him, would he come to you as a spider right here?
Yes.
Because hypothetically, he can hitch a ride with any number of people that are in this theater right now. Bring him back to.
That's a good point. I could recall him now.
It wouldn't cause a scene to recall him, right?
Is that up to you, Mark?
Well, it depends on two things. You can look in your spell, so I'm not sure. If you recall him, is it like, does he poof appear?
It's instant. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range.
Okay.
That's what it says. So he just shows up
Yeah, so you can pull him in.
in whatever form I want, so I can pull him in as a spider.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just glad it's not giant dog popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at any point you can pull him in, and just let me know when.
Okay. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it now because it lasts pretty much forever. So I'm going to recall him into my hand.
Okay. So you call him into your hand. Give me an intelligence.
Oh wait, can I recall him onto Barris's shoulder or Baragon's shoulder?
Sure. Go ahead. And then Baragon, there's you feel something walking on your shoulder.
Squash.
And give me a roll a hit attack, unarmed strike. I don't know if that's listed in there.
Unarmed strike. Yeah.
20. So I'm pretty sure a spider's hit point is like 1.
Yeah.
So you squash it, disappears, and unless if you want to use a spell slot, I believe it'll take 10 minutes to bring them back.
I didn't know what it was.
Of you doing your spell. So
Yeah, I'll bring him back.
Okay,
I just
use
wanted
your-
to do that to Baragon.
Okay, so use your spell slot.
No, I don't care. It
It's not
doesn't
your
kill
fault.
him. Yeah.
Is he coming back as a spider?
Yeah.
Okay. So
In my
he
hand this time.
poofs in your hand, and Zelina looks over. She heard you because you had the chant. It's verbal, somatic, and all that stuff. Looks over and sees what you're casting, and then sees something poof into your hand. Kind of looks curious, but still, she's not saying anything.
I'm gonna lean over to her and go, he's afraid of spiders, so I'm gonna try to prank him.
She goes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Whispers to you. So give me an intelligence check to see how much you can understand of Chunk.
I'm gonna do 7, so I'm gonna do lucky again.
Okay.
Not so lucky, 7.
So 7. Again, roll me just a 20. Let me know what you get.
6.
6. Okay. He made it into a room, and from what you can gather, because he's talking really fast and is that the Delacroix, the only thing you really gather is that he was there the whole time, pacing back and forth, trying to figure out what the hell that voice was that he heard outside. But from what you can tell from Chunk, he has not figured it out yet. So 2 things you get out of that, even with the low roll. 1, he made it to the right room that you were looking for him to get into. That's what that original luck roll was, and you rolled above a 10. And then your intelligence, couldn't really understand him, and then the luck roll was the choice between what 2 things you could have heard in the room.
Okay.
So
we just heard someone talking. And
well, you heard someone talking about what was that voice? Where'd that voice come from? I sort of trying to suss it out. Sort of like it disturbed him a little bit. That
Chunk.
voice. No. The person you're hearing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Booming voice.
Yeah.
Got it.
For the audience, probably figures out who it is, but you don't know Patrice's voice. So, but
Okay, so somebody was freaking out about
yeah.
the voice they heard. Okay, got it.
yeah, Chunk wouldn't know Patrice's voice either. So,
Right.
Okay.
So
So that's what you got from Chunk there. So as the play starts, curtains come down. About, I would say, you get through to about intermission, which is about an hour. So, spell has worn off at this point. As the play is nearing the end of the first act, you all of a sudden just hear a loud boom in the room. Give me a perception check.
Rex.
I didn't do it.
Ooh, that's a natural 1.
Oh,
16.
20, but dirty.
Okay.
24.
20, but make it dirty.
Shaken, not stirred.
Okay.
15.
And Rex,
16.
16. Okay. You two got over 20, right?
24.
24.
I
Okay.
had 20.
The 2 above a 15, the 4 of you above 15, but the 2 that didn't get a 20, you hear the boom and kind of tell that it was somewhere away from you guys, not like in the same area that you're sitting. Those of you above a 20, you zero in exactly on where it is, and it came from the lower VIP booth over on the other side. And then you see 2 figures jump off the balcony onto the stage, and one of them yells out, "Six Semper Tyrannis," and goes running off towards your side. The 2 of you got 20. Give me another perception check.
24.
18.
Okay, both above 15. Nice. So I'll give each of you one of them. So you notice a very familiar looking tiefling, jump on the stage, and is the one that yells, that doesn't say anything. You're pretty sure you know exactly who it looks like, that jumps onto the stage. You, Barry, you're having a little weird conscious of crisis because you essentially see yourself yell out "Six Semper Tyrannis" towards the crowd and run on off. And run off to the side, and then the house lights come up and all that, and then you hear the voice that Chunk heard yell across and go, "Ah, there they are!" and points across to your booth. to that side. And what do you guys do at that point?
Gorilla mask. Just kidding.
Can I roll stealth? Because I said I was sinking
Yeah.
down in my chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. That's a 10.
10. Yeah. Yep. So.
Obviously, I'm not that manageable across the stage
So-
right now.
No. At this point, he has disappeared towards your side of the theater.
It would
Yeah.
be very weird if he just decided to sit down.
Yeah.
Anybody want to use logic in this equation?
And you see Zelina lean in and go, "We should get out of here."
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
idea.
And you guys head over towards the door, and as you approach the door, in front of you comes from one side. You see Osmond cut in front of you. You see Edwin cut in on the other side. And then emerging from the shadow, you see Arlen. And Zelina looks over at him. And give me, what was the perception rolls again? Did anybody get a 20?
I had a
Yeah.
24.
I had a 20.
Okay, yeah.
Did you have a natural?
No, 18 plus 6.
Okay, so you guys noticed you saw the vice count slumped over in the chair across the way after that. So Arlen walks through, and Zelina looks over at him and goes, "You son of a bitch! That was my biggest rule! What have you done?" And he just looks over, smirk on his face, and goes, "Sorry, hun, it's just business." And that's where we'll end the episode.
Damn it.